Hey Leopard Nation, this is number 7, McLean Stinnett. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in to Lindsay's number 1 source of Leopardette softball, the Leopardette Sport Network.
Hey, number 20, Kaylin Taylor here, and I wanted to take the time to thank you all for tuning in to Leopard Nation's number 1 source for live streaming, the Leopard Sports Network.
This is number 19, Jaden Webb. I want to thank everybody out there in Leopard Nation for tuning in to the home Leopardette softball, the Leopardette Sports Network.
Well, good evening, good afternoon here, and welcome to Panama, Oklahoma, where your Leopardettes are set to square off against the Red Oak Lady Eagles here in the Panama Festival. I'm your host today, not Jake Rutledge, along with Chris Flood. Chris, you realize if your daughter keeps pitching the way she is, you are no longer going to be known as Chris Flood. You will be demoted to Reese's dad. Are you aware of that?
I'll take that. I'll take it.
And we're coming off a couple of really good wins. I believe it was 5-1 first game against Silos, second game against Henryetta 6-0. We started the first game was Jaden Webb pitching, did an outstanding job, and then Reese come in. Second game, outstanding job. The girls were the infield was in sync, and the outfield was doing their job, and it seemed like the girls were just hitting on all 8 cylinders yesterday.
Yeah, defense was solid. I mean, even the girls doing their responsibilities when they weren't actually involved with the play, like Stinnett getting down first, Lily getting down first on the throws to one. I mean, all that little stuff, it combines into that defense. And it showed, having a one ball game score to a no ball game score. I mean, phenomenal.
Yeah, and the one play that sticks out for me in my mind was when Maddie, she wore that pitcher out and then ends up it was like 8 or 9 pitches, and then she ends up walking. So the girls, they seemed like they had the eye for the ball yesterday, and they were loud and proud in the dugout, and it was just honestly, for as long as I've been following them, probably 2 of the most complete games that I've seen so far.
Yeah. I love their atmosphere. Like, I mean, they drove, 4 hours on a bus to get over here, and nothing changed. It's like we're playing in our backyard.
Yeah, and it's exciting to see. I think this is going to be a special year, and it's exciting to be able to. We talked a little bit about this. This is really, this year is, when you look at the roster, is the beginning of something special. And yesterday was somewhat the start of this season. I know we had some preseason stuff this summer, or summer ball, but this is the beginning. Yesterday was the beginning of this season, which is just the beginning. It's the foundation of years to come.
Yes. Well, I mean, you got Addie Dotson, playing third. We got her for the next 4 years. I mean, you got these new freshmen coming in, and I've seen several of them bat. Several of them are phenomenal. Not a lot of difference, other than experience, than from your seniors to your freshmen, and that's hard to find.
Absolutely. And Chris, with that being said, we're going to take a quick break. Coaches are about to do their duty with the umpire, and we're going to throw this over to a commercial, and then we'll be right back. Stay tuned, folks. You're watching Leopardette Softball live on the Leopardette Sports Network.
When the oilfield industry needs an honest, hard-working, and dependable electrical contractor, they signal for SOS. With a solid reputation for getting the job done, Michael Sherrock and his team are prepared to meet all of your industrial and commercial electrical needs. They're prepared to handle anything, from maintenance to automation and power line service. So remember to dial up SOS the next time you're in need of an industry-leading electrical contractor.
I'm Dr. Matt Shelton with Lindsay Family Dentistry. I'd like to thank all the patients we've been able to serve over the years. For those of you who are unhappy with your smile, tired of having dental pain, crooked or missing teeth, or loose-fitting dentures, at Lindsay Family Dentistry, we can care for all your dental needs, including cosmetic dentistry, crown and bridge, root canals, braces, Invisalign, conventional implants for tooth replacement, and mini diameter implants for denture stabilization. Our braces fee starts at $4,500, and for those of you with poor-fitting dentures, we can place 6 mini-diameter implants on the upper for $3,600 and 4 mini-diameter implants on the lower for $2,600. To schedule your consultation, stop by the office at 102 Southwest 7th Street, Lindsay, Oklahoma, or give us a call at 405-756-4093. As a 1997 graduate of Lindsay High School, I'd like to take the time to say go Leopards.
And good evening. Welcome back here to Panama, where your Leopardettes are set to square off against the Red Oak Lady Eagles here in the Panama Festival. And it looks like they got their assignments, and we're about to get some ball started. And it's hot.
It is hot.
It's hot. I think I checked a while ago, and it was like 105. But Chris, I'm afraid if these girls get to go and get those bats heated up right here behind home, it might bump on up to about 110.
Yes. It is hard to contain myself with a headset on.
It is. It's exciting. And this Red Oak team, I don't know much about them this year. I didn't get to watch them play yesterday, but they just produce ball players year after year after year. So you can expect some competition here. And yesterday, both teams we played yesterday, I'm not minimizing our wins, but both teams we played yesterday had both played a game prior to playing us. So this is the first game of this festival where we actually have two fresh teams going head to head. And like I say, Red Oak, heck of a ball team. So it's going to be pretty exciting to see what happens here. And honestly, I think the Henryetta team last night, probably playing the game prior to our game, had them warmed up because they come out fired up and looked good. I think they just hit that buzzsaw called Leopardettes and couldn't do anything.
Yeah. Well, when you come out in the box and go 3 and out, that hurts.
Absolutely. 2 innings in a row. First 2 innings. They did. I think it was
third or fourth. They got the 1 run.
I think it was 6-hole hitter. I'll have to go back. I know it was 3rd inning. We're going to get started here with our 1-hole hitter, Reese Flood. Pitch in the air on the way. Called strike. 0-1 the count for Flood, the 1-hole hitter. Next pitch on the way. Called ball, 1-1 to count. Flood steps back into the box. Waiting the pitch. Pitch on the way. Swung at and missed. That'll be strike 2. That'll bring the count to 1-2. Pitch on the way. Swung at and missed. That'll be strike number 3. Out number 1 for the Leopardettes. The top of the first inning here. And that'll bring up our 2-hole hitter, number 7, McLean Stinnett. Stinnett, one of the Golden Glove crew members that wears the Golden Farmer's gloves. And nice, well hit ball over. Line drive to the second baseman. makes the easy, quick out there at first. And that'll bring up 3-hole hitter number 14, Lily Dodson. Pitch on the way. Called strike. 0-1 the count. Pitch on the way. Nice line drive in the gap just beyond second base out to the center fielder who's sprints over and makes the play.
You know, that's good with Lily. I mean, she's already noticed this pitcher's going to attack the zone. Let's go to work early.
And that'll bring up the 4-hole hitter, Kaylin Taylor. With Lily Dodson out on first, 2 outs, pitch on the way, swung at and missed. Count now 0-1 with 2 outs. Again, Lily Dodson, lone runner out there on first base. Pitch on the way, another one swung at and missed. 0-2 now the count. And Chris, normally I would complain about the breeze blowing in our face because it hampers the ball in the air when the girls hit it, but today, not going to complain.
Yeah, I'll accept it for sure.
Pitch away, outside. That'll bring the count to 1-2. Again, 2 outs. Second and third ghost towns with Dodson, Lily Dodson, on first. Pitch inside. Whoa.
Called that
He
strike.
called that one a strike, so that'll be out number 3, and that's going to leave Dodson, Lily Dodson, out there stranded on first. And that was a quick inning, Chris, on both sides.
Yes.
Only difference is we were able to get 1 runner on, they weren't, so
Well, this is just the bottom.
bottom of the first.
Bottom of
Yeah,
the first.
yeah, we're going
Yeah.
moving into the, and that will that'll bring up.
And see, that right there is what I like.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
We went, 4 up, 3 down, but we're not changing our demeanor. We're not changing our game.
Right.
No, we're here to have fun, but battle.
And it looks like we've got a little different infield there, as Addie Dodson will be pulling pitching duties for the Leopardettes. And, of course, we've got Maddie out there on first, Jaden on second, Kaylin short, Lily out there on third, and McLean Stennett, the daughter of Stinger Stennett, Larry, the Stinger Stennett, out here catching, and I believe
that's
we have
what I was-
Brecken Klein left.
Yeah, Brecken.
And I cannot tell who we've got out there in center or right.
Is that Reese?
I'm going to assume that's what I was going to assume.
Yeah, I think that's Reese in center and Harrison, right?
I believe so. I assumed he was going to put Reese out there, but she got out there before I could see who. First pitch swung at, fouled away, 0-1 the count. She got out there before I could look. And Reese brings some speed to that center field position. Next pitch away. Got away from her. It's going to be called ball. 1-1 now the count. Heat's already getting to me.
It's already warm.
It's already getting to me, man. Pitch away. going to be popped up over to left field. Breckenkline moving underneath it, but it's snagged up by Kaylin Taylor. And I noticed the communication between the two girls. Brecken was moving towards it. Kaylin calls it, gets up underneath it. You know, that's just
That's that fundamental ball.
and that comes from these two girls. They've been playing a couple years together now, and the communication is built, and they know what each other's doing. And first pitch called ball, 1-0 the count. That's that well-oiled machine we keep talking about right there. Pitch away. Bring the count to 2-0. Again, Addie Dotson pulling pitching duties for the Leopardettes. Next pitch away. Called ball. 3-0 now the count.
Really wish he'd give us those low pitches. I really like low in the zone.
I'm still working on figuring this guy out. Next pitch away. Called strike. Number 13 for Lady Eagles. Showed bunt, pulled back, but it was too late. Pitch away. And called ball. That's going to send number 13 over to first base. And that'll bring up number 6 to bat for the Lady Eagles. With no outs, one runner on. Next pitch away, swung at and missed. That'll be strike one.
I think we got one out. That fly ball to Kaylin.
It was. I don't know. They didn't update that, and I didn't pay attention.
There we got our info updating.
There it is. And Red Oak's coach pulls number 6 out. Have a little discussion. Next pitch in the air on the way. It's going to be popped up over to right field. Hallie Harris moves underneath it. Unable to snag it up. It rolls to the fence. Harris fields the ball. Taylor snags it. Unable to throw the...
That's a good throw in. Just a little late on that one.
Almost had the out there, but just barely. Probably could have went either way, but
yeah, and that's the dealing with the wind. I mean, right foul. I mean, she was tracking, and the wind just kept pushing it over and pushing it closer to that foul line.
next pitch away, swung at and missed. Strike number 1. That'll bring the count to 0-1. Number 6, the lone runner for the Red Oak Lady Eagles, out on third base. First and second, empty. Bring the count to 0-2. Next pitch. It's going to be fouled away. Again, the count 0-2 with 1 out, 1 runner on third. Number 6 for the Lady Eagles. Number 1 up to bat. Pitch is going to be popped up. Looks like it's going to land and Flood unable to get it. That's going to score a runner, number 6, and put the batter on second base. And that's going to bring the score Lady Eagles 2, Leopardettes 0.
I think we're going to just have to settle in here, get back in our groove.
First pitch swung at and missed, 0-1 to count. Yeah, it's like we were talking about before the game. This is a well-oiled machine from Red Oak, and these girls are definitely not anything you overlook. Next pitch, called ball, 1-1 now the count. And they just, year after year after year, they keep producing quality ball clubs. So,
And
not a surprise.
That's who we want to play.
Absolutely. And that one's going to be fouled away. 0-2 still the count. Lone runner out on second base. I believe that was number 1. Next pitch, away. Swung at and missed. That'll be strike number 3.
Good off-speed pitch by Addie right there.
That's going to bring up the second out of the inning for the Lady Eagles. And Chris, if we could just get a quick out here and hold them down to 2, then get back out and get the bats heated up, we'll be just fine. First pitch swung at and missed. 0-1 to count. And that's really all we need to do is just get a quick out.
Yeah, get out of this inning. Stop the bleeding.
Pitch away, swung at and missed. Strike number 2. One strike away. And there it is. That'll be strike number 3 out. Number 3 is going to close out the first inning. Lady Eagles on top, 2-0. But, and again, we've been talking about that communication. As you watch these girls go over, they're all communicating the different positions or communicating. You like seeing that the communication is great between these girls. So.
Yeah, and I'm sure Edwards, right now is giving them pointers. You got the wind blowing in, set up here. These girls got some big sticks. He's probably saying back up a little bit, get a little closer to the fence. It's always easier to run in than out. So, that's part of the growing with each other too.
Absolutely. And where we at? We 6 hole?
Yes.
5 hole. No, 5 hole.
We left one on, 3 outs. Scored 2.
We did. That'll bring up Addie Dotson for the Leopardettes. Pitch away. It's going to be fouled away. Hits that Ford pickup over there, but they're Ford tough. Not a dent on it. Next pitch away. Low. That'll bring the count to 1-1 for Addie Dotson. Pitch away. It's going to be another one that's fouled away. Bring the count to 1-2. Dugout starting to heat up a little bit over there for the Leopardette.
Got the drumsticks finally.
They're going. And next pitch, way low, 2-2 the count.
It's a good battle by Addie right here. She got got 2 strikes on her, but discipline, watching those low balls is tough.
Pitch away. Low and outside. Full count now for Addie Dotson. And if I'm Red Oaks coach, I'm probably going to just throw another ball and send her to first.
Yeah.
Because this is where she gets dangerous. Ball swung at, fouled away. And it hits the Chevy this time. Big dent. That dent courtesy of Nice Body Shop. For all your body shop needs, visit Jerry Nice. Pitch away. It's going to be fouled out down the third base line. It's amazing the difference between when it hits a Ford and it hits a Chevy.
One stops running, one keeps going.
Next pitch away. We got a full count. It's going to be fouled away. And Dotson doing a good job of running that pitch count up. And White is the pitcher for Red Oak. She's already at 19 pitches. And once again, pitch is going to be fouled away.
This is what the girls did last night. We had an at bat, and she's at, I think she's at 8 or 9 pitches. And after that, the other girls started getting her timing and started going to work. So I hope this is what this means.
Pitch away again, fouled away.
She ain't going down without a fight.
She's not going to do it. And you don't want to make her mad.
Yeah, no.
You don't want to make her mad. She'll send that thing over to Wilburton if you make her mad. Next pitch in the air. Again, popped up, fouled away. This time it was headed for the Ford and decided it didn't want none, and so it veered off.
There we go.
And that was going to be
Get in the hole,
popped
get in the
up.
hole.
And
Fair ball. Fair ball.
it
There we
is
go.
fair. They're going to send her
Oh,
back.
he's gonna say that was foul.
That was well inside.
That's the hard part about having the umpire out in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to see the lines.
Still full count. Pitch on the way. And this one's going to be popped up just beyond the second baseman who snags it up. That'll be out number 1 for this inning for the Leopardettes. Top of the second inning. And that'll bring up Maddie McGowan to bat for the Leopardettes. Pitch away. Called strike. 0-1 to count. Yeah, Chris, I believe that was a fair ball. It was well inside. Next pitch, way outside. Called ball. 1-1 now the count.
Yeah, she was fully extended fair, and the ball was going to drop 2 or 3 feet inside the chalk, but you can't blame them. It's so hot out here. Oh, big hit.
Maddie knocks one up into no man's land out there. Finds the grass. Center fielder just not able to get underneath it. A lot of ground to cover for that young lady, and she just wasn't able to do it. That'll bring up number 23.
Briley.
Riley Wood. Singular, not plural.
Yeah. Briley.
Riley, yeah.
With a B.
Yeah. One of the softball dads is over here correcting us.
I got to talk to her last night after she delayed still because I was waiting on it and I saw the play before she wanted to do it, and I gave her. She started to leave me hanging on a high five, but I did get a high five for it.
Listen, I'd rather the softball dads correct us than the moms.
Yes,
The moms are a
absolutely.
little bit more evil about it. Next pitch in the air. No signal from the umps. 1-1 now the count. Delayed signal.
Delayed, yeah.
Too hot, I don't blame you. Next pitch. On the way. Going to be a nice ground ball over to right field. McGowan's moving from second to third, and she is safe. McGowan's going to take off as the ball hits her in the back, and she will cross home plate. That's going to put a point on the board for the Leopardettes.
On that missed ball there, also you got, Briley heads up, turns around 1, heads towards 2. And again, there for a second, I thought she's fixing to go 3. If they would have thrown home, I'm pretty sure she would have.
She was thinking about it.
She was thinking about it. I like that aggressive running.
Yeah, that's going to leave the corners empty. Briley Wood, the long runner, out on second. Number 19, Jaden Webb up to bat for the Leopardettes. And we're still well within the dangerous spot of the Leopardettes.
Oh, yes.
Lineup. Pitch away, swung at and missed. That'll be a strike for the Leopardette for Jaden Webb. That'll be her second strike. 0-2 the count. 1 out so far. Wood, lone runner out on second. Webb shows bunt, pulls back. Ball called, 2-1 now the count. Pitch on the way. Low and inside. Bring the count to 2-2.
Oh, he called that a strike.
Oh, he did? Oh, 1-2 the count.
I think they're confused on the count.
I think the ump's confused too. Quite a bit of confusion out there. I'm not sure what's going on. Hey, the heat's getting to him. I ain't complaining. Because I don't want that job.
Yeah, no.
I'll stay right here in the shade.
And I don't think he's moved very far.
No. Next pitch away. And that brought Brecken Klein up to bat for the Leopardettes. Leopardettes with 2 outs. Pitch away, swung at and missed. 0-2 now the count.
And this is the part of our lineup where here comes the speed. We don't have to hit it so deep to still get, bases.
Pitch away, low and inside, and yesterday this was the part of the lineup where they got on, they loaded the bases, and then it just kind of took off from there.
When your bottom of the lineup starts producing the foul ball out there, starts producing bases, and then you bring up your top of your lineup. That's when you get those big innings where you got 4 or 5 runs per inning.
2-1 the count, or 1-2 the count. Sorry. Pitch on the way. Cold ball. 2-2 the count. I agreed with that one. Looked low and maybe a tad bit outside. Pitch on the way. Going to be a line drop over to the pitcher. Who makes the play there at first? That's going to close out top of the second inning. Leopardettes trail 2-1. That being said, we're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned, folks. You're watching Leopardettes Softball live on the Leopardette Sports Network.
When the oilfield industry needs an honest, hard-working, and dependable electrical contractor, they signal for SOS. With a solid reputation for getting the job done, Michael Sherrock and his team are prepared to meet all of your industrial and commercial electrical needs. They're prepared to handle anything, from maintenance to automation and power line service. So remember to dial up SOS the next time you're in need of an industry-leading electrical contractor.
And welcome back here to Panama, Oklahoma, where your Leopardettes are taking on the Red Oak Lady Eagles. Here in the Panama Festival, we're going to enter the bottom of the second inning. Red Oak on top, 2-1. And
You know, that was a good batting inning for us. I'm gonna have to give a bunch of that to Addie, going 10, 11 balls thrown to her, allowing the one in the hole to get her timing. I mean, that's a game changer.
absolutely. Speaking of Addie, out there pulling pitching duties. First pitch away, called strike. Number 23 up to bat for Red Oak.
Oh, 2 count.
As McGowan visits with Dodson. Next pitch away. Gonna be fouled away.
Kind of jerked on that one. Just
I did. I got scared.
Takes a lot of trust for a little bitty net.
Well, you know that net's there, but you just don't trust it. Pitch away. Swung at and missed. That'll be strike 3. Out number 1 for Red Oak here in the bottom of the second.
You know, I think Addie settled in already now, because that last ball started out about center of the plate, and that girl had to chase it in the other box. Excellent curveball.
0-1 the count. Number 15 up to bat for Red Oak with 1 out. Next pitch in the air. Cold ball, 1-1 the count. I think this ump likes them inside. Pitch away. Ball gets away from Stennett. 2-1 the count. From what I can tell, throw him just a little bit inside and he'll call it a strike.
Yeah, I think where he's standing, it's a little hard to see that inside.
I think it is.
He's got a straight shot for the outside.
Pitch away. Swung at and missed. 2-2 now the count with 1 out. Those are easier to call.
Yeah.
Those are easier strikes to
Yes.
call. Pitch in the air.
Ooh.
Full count now. Full count for number 15. Pitch swung at and missed. That'll be strike number 3, out number 2 for Addie Dodson. You know, yesterday the girls seemed like they would improve each inning. So if we can close this deal out, send Red Oak back to the dugout and get our girls out and improve, we'll be up at least 3-2.
Yes. And we're real close back to the top of our lineup.
Yeah, really at the sweet spot.
Yes.
It's really at the sweet spot. These girls that are up next, they can get on, and then they can, with their speed, they can make some stuff happen. Pitch away, swung at and missed. 1-1 now the count for number 20. Bases looking like ghost towns. Next pitch in the air, it's going to be fouled away. That'll bring the count to 1-2. Chris, we're one strike away from getting a chance to get back in this ball game and jump ahead.
And there
it went. That's strike number 3 for Addie Dotson. And we will close out the second inning. Leopardettes down 2-1. But, we had talked about this before the game. This is kind of something we really wanted to see. We wanted to see the girls face some
get some adversity.
And kind of, I don't like to see them down, to be honest with you.
No.
But as long as they come back and win, then it's okay.
But this, that's one thing about this team, and I hope Red Oak's ready for it, is you push them and get ready, because here they come. They're going to push back, and when they do, the dugout gets a little louder. We start hitting balls a little bit harder, and they buckle down. And even as a dad, you get super proud watching these girls do that.
And if you're looking at home, that flash that looked like lightning crossing the screen was Coach Lowry. Did you see that, Chris? Absolutely amazing. Did you see the wheels on that man?
I didn't even see him go by.
Man, I did. I just barely caught it. I just barely caught it on the computer screen. And that's going to bring up Wilmot to bat for the Leopardettes. And just like we were just talking, we're at the point in the lineup where we start getting some girls some speed on, and then bring them home. Dugout, getting a little excited.
Yep.
Like to see that or hear that.
Hear that.
Next pitch on the way.
There we go. Good discipline at bat. Girl's putting it on the edges, and she's watching them go by. Getting her timing. Settling in already, and it's her first at bat.
That'll bring. See it? That one
Inside
looked
pitch.
inside, but he called it a strike. I think I'm on to something there. It'll bring the count to 2-1. It looked low and inside to me, but for some reason he likes them inside. Pitch away. Going to be a grounder over to the first baseman. Quick out there. That'll bring up number 13, Hallie Harris, for the Leopardettes. Daughter of local dignitary Hunter Harris. Pitch in the air, on the way, called strike. Now, I'm anxious to see if he switches.
Yeah.
You
Swapping sides with the pitcher for a lefty.
yes. 0-1 the count. Because next pitch away, swung at and missed. That'll be strike number 2. 0-2 the count with one out here in the top of the third inning. No runners on. Next pitch away. Called ball. 2-2 now the count.
I'd really like to see Hallie lay one down short.
Hallie always finds a way to get on.
Yeah.
She always does.
Well, when you can take 6 steps and be at first.
Ooh, swung at and missed. That'll be strike number 3. I jinxed her, Chris. And that'll be out number 2 for the Leopardettes. And that'll bring us right back to the top of the lineup with the one-hole hitter, Reese Flood. 2 outs. Pitch going to be bunted. It's going to be snagged up by the catcher. Good play, good heads-up play by the catcher there. That'll be out number 3 for the Leopardettes as we enter the bottom of the third inning. Chris, this is kind of where you get into dangerous territory because they do have a time limit on these games. So this is kind of where you want to hurry up, get your 3 outs, get our girls back out there so we can put some points on the board.
Absolutely.
Or else you run out of time.
Yes. And that's the hard thing going with. I think they're going with a scrimmage kind of plan with these games. So they want to stay on schedule, and you kind of want to let's battle it out, but you don't get that opportunity.
Yeah, last time I checked, they had 32 teams over here. So just like you were saying, you got to keep them going.
Yes.
So if you don't play those scrimmage rules, you'd be here till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And then you'd be getting back up and playing at 7.
Yeah, and these girls do that too, though. A lot of these girls have been playing travel ball or tournament ball, whichever one you want to call it, and they play in another city 3.5 hours away and come home at midnight, eat on the way home, and then turn around and drive back and do it again the next day.
Yeah.
That's got to be a pretty sweet moment for the Dodsons. Just looking out here into the field, you got 2 sisters, one in the mound, one at third, getting to visit, talk. Me having brothers playing in sports. That's a special moment for those 2.
And first pitch here in the bottom of the 3rd. Called ball. Next pitch called ball. 2-0 the count.
I think his counting's getting a little slower each inning.
I'm still trying to figure him out. I thought I had it figured out, but that pitch, called ball. 3-0 the count.
I don't want to butter up an umpire, but maybe we should have took him a bottle of water in between.
Next pitch. And that's the one that he's been consistently calling a strike. 3-1 now the count. Right in that area, he likes to call it a strike. Next pitch away. Looked to be high, and he agrees. Looked to be high, maybe a tad bit outside, but definitely high.
Yeah.
And that's going to send number 21 over to first. And that'll bring up number 13 to bat for the Lady Eagles. And she's going to knock it over to between left and center, right into no man's land there. That's going to put runners on first and second. It'll bring up number 6 to bat for Red Oak.
See, I think we're getting back into the top of their lineup that was hitting and moving runners.
I was just about to comment on that. I think that this is kind of a repeat of first inning. Next pitch away. That one looked inside to me, but that's another one that he calls strike.
He does like that.
I think that's where I'd be throwing it about every time. Because to me, it looks very, very impossible to hit. Next pitch away. Low gets away from the catcher. Runners will advance to second and third.
was really hoping that was a foul ball, but I guess she didn't touch it 'cause she left her bat out there and took the
thought
strike.
it was. Yeah, I thought it was a foul. And hurt it a little bit, but maybe I just hear things.
Yeah.
Wishful thinking is what they call that, right? 0-2 the count. Next pitch. Look, be outside. 2-1 now the count. Pitch away. Going to be fouled away over towards the Leopardettes dugout. 1-2 the count. No outs. Runners on second and third. Lady Eagles threatening to score. Next pitch. It's going to be popped up. Looks like it's going to go to center. Flood moving underneath it. Snags it up. Gets the out. Slings the ball to McClain. And we get the out at home. Absolutely incredible job there by Flood and Stennett. Flood snags it up, gets it in. Stennett gets the out at home.
That's one of those moments I was talking to you about. It was going to be real hard for me to be quiet.
That was nice. And that'll be out number two. Or that'll make 2 outs. Lone runner on third. First pitch is going to be fouled away. Again, lone runner over on third, number 13. First and second base empty. And, just like that, we're 1 out away from sending them back to the dugout and winning this, but hopefully getting our girls back out here and scoring a couple and winning the ball game. Next pitch away. Low.
Good stop right there by Stennett. She knows that runner, she's already showed her speed on the bases, so she's trying to keep everything in front of her.
1-1 the count with 2 outs. Pitch got away from Stennett as number 13 able to put another point on the board for the Lady Eagles.
Oh.
And the umpire is going to do his duty and clear off home plate. I was beginning to wonder if it was still there.
He's probably seen enough strikes across that plate. He looks like a local.
Yeah, probably so. Probably so. Two one to count, 2 outs. Ball's going to be fouled away. That one had the depth and the height and the reach. You definitely don't want that girl to straighten that ball out.
Yeah, no. You're going to have to get a hold of one with this wind blowing in, though.
Next pitch swung at and missed. That'll be strike number 3. Out number 3. Leopardette's able to stop the bleeding. We're going to close out the 3rd inning here. Leopardette's down 3-1. But again, Chris, this is kind of really, early in the season, this is kind of one of those positions you're not too upset about seeing the girls in. You want to see how they're going to face this adversity, how they're going to deal with it. So
yes, and I would expect with the double play fixing to bring a little more intensity coming from the dugout. So get the sticks and let's start firing. Go to the plate, get aggressive.
It's time. And that will bring up our 2-hole hitter to bat for the Leopardettes.
Looks like they changed pitchers.
They did. They're going to bring out number 23.
And you can kind of expect that. I know that last pitcher. Oh, they already changed the stats. But that one inning, I think when she started it, she was sitting at about 18, 19. And then,
I remember
and then
saying 19.
19. So, and then finished in the mid 30s. So they pushed her pretty quick in one inning.
And I think Addie Dotson had half of those.
Yes, yes.
What was that, the second inning?
Yeah,
I think she had half of them. So Leopardettes, with all they got to do is score a couple and tie up the ball game, or get 3. And by looking at the time, 3 points will win the ball game if we run out of time. Pitch is away, called strike, and that's that same area that, to me, it looks inside, but for where he's at, it looks like a strike. So, next pitch, it's going to be popped up to center field. Make that left. Lady Eagles able to get the out. That'll be 1 out for the Leopardettes. And it'll bring up the 3-hole hitter, number 14, Lily Dotson. Pitch in the air. Called strike. 0-1 to count. Kaylin Taylor waiting her turn to bat. Next pitch. Looked like it got away, and ump agrees. 1-1 now the count with 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Pitch is going to be popped up, and the right fielder able to make the play. That'll be out number 2, and she covered a lot of ground there, Chris.
Yeah.
To make that play, so.
And if the wind was calm, that's going to be real close to that fence.
That one might have went over. That'll bring up number 20, Kaylin Taylor, to bat for the Leopardettes. First pitch, called a strike, 0-1 to count. Next pitch, it's going to be popped up over to left field. And shortstop able to make the play. That'll be out number 3. And looks like that's probably going to be ball game.
Oh,
Maybe not.
we're slowly taking the field. I think the girls are going to try to push one more inning.
I like it.
Yeah.
I agree. Let's do it.
Yeah. Well, this will be the bottom. So hopefully we can get our 3 and
If we
start
got to hurry up. You know, good thing about it for our girls, and not to say it's a weak part, not to say there is a weak part in their lineup, but if you look at Red Oak's lineup, you're probably getting into the weaker part of the lineup. So hopefully we can capitalize on that. You know, and then just based on what we've seen so far in this game, this is probably where we have our best chance of getting 3 and out.
Yes, and that's what I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure Addie, this might have been the part of the lineup where she had 2 or 3 strikeouts in a row.
Yeah, I was going to say that, but I'm not real sure. But
Yeah.
I think you're right. If we can hurry up and get 3, we might get a chance to stay in this ball game. We're gonna have to put the pedal to the metal. First pitch away.
He wants to call that a strike. I don't know what he called it, but he wants to
didn't
call
call
it a
it.
strike.
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't see any call.
No.
Next pitch. Swung at and missed. We know that's a strike. 1-1 now the
No,
count.
he calls it.
He gives us the count. So that first one was called a ball. Next pitch. Going to be over to Lily Dotson, who makes the play on her knees.
On her knees.
On her knees. Nice play. And that'll be a quick out. That'll be out number 1 here in the bottom of the 4th.
And see, that's the. She's also a catcher. I mean, she's used to making that throw.
Pitch in the air on the way. Called strike.
He does like that spot.
He does. Next pitch away. Be high. It's going to get away from Stennett. 0-1 the count. Correction, 1-1 the count with 1 out. Swung at and missed. 1-2 now the count. Number 14 up to bat for the Lady Eagles. Next pitch in the air on the way. Swung at and missed. That's going to be fouled away.
Fouled away.
Fouled away. So she's going to stay in the ball game.
Addie's got a good off speed right there. And you can see the batter shift their weight to the forward and just wait, and then try to swing. It's tough. Good pitch.
Swung at and missed. That'll be strike number 3, out number 2. Chris, we're 1 out away from trying to from a chance to get back in this ball game and make it happen. And that'll bring up number 23 to bat for the Lady Eagles.
I think this is the little pitcher.
Yeah, the new
Yep,
pitcher that
yep.
just came in. First pitch called strike. 0-1 the count. Pitch in the air. It's going to be a nice grinder over to right field. As number 16 makes the play for the Leopardettes.
Leslie Wilmot.
Wilmot. Out there in right field. You know, that was a well hit ball. You know, there's not anything our girls could have done differently to
No.
make the play any better. Next pitch away. Number 15 up to bat for the Lady Eagles. Pitch in the air. Look to be a little high. 1-1 now the count. And we need to just hurry up and get another out and get back out there and get the swinging bats. Pitch away. Called strike. One more strike away.
One more. I'd really like to see that nasty curve she's got.
Swung at and missed. Strike number 3. Out number 3. That's going to send the Lady Eagles back to the dugout, and it's going to give our girls, if we haven't run out of time, and that's going to give our girls a chance to get in the ball game. We're going to take a quick break, folks. Stay tuned. You're watching Leopardette Softball live on the Leopardette Sports Network.
When the oilfield industry needs an honest, hard-working, and dependable electrical contractor, they signal for SOS. With a solid reputation for getting the job done, Michael Sherrock and his team are prepared to meet all of your industrial and commercial electrical needs. They're prepared to handle anything, from maintenance to automation and power line service. So remember to dial up SOS the next time you're in need of an industry-leading electrical contractor.
And welcome back here to Panama, Oklahoma, where your Leopardettes are taking on the Red Oak Lady Eagles here in the Panama Festival. We're going to enter the top of the 5th inning. I think this is the furthest we've been in this. I don't think we've made it past the 4th.
Yeah,
So
innings-wise, yeah.
Yeah, so first up to bat for the Leopardettes will be number 24, Addie Dodson.
You know, and I think that the runs that we got was just that one inning where, you know, we had a couple foul balls we dropped, and that changed the game.
Going to be popped up over to right field. Lady Eagles unable to make the play as Dotson is safe there at second. That'll bring up number 5, Maddie McGowan, to bat for the Leopardettes.
And here we go. Let's keep this momentum going.
Pitch in the air on the way. Look, that's going to be called a strike. Next pitch on the way. Called ball 1-1, now the count. Pitch away. Swung at and missed. 1-2 now the count with no outs. Lone runner out on second base, Addie Dotson. Pitch away. Swung at and missed. And that is the ball game, Chris.
Yeah, that's that drop dead you hate to see.
And at this point, all we can do is talk about what might have been, but it is what it is. Leopardettes are going to come away with their first defeat of the festival as they go down to the Lady Eagles of Red Oak 3-1. And with that being said, we're going to close down this string, move our equipment over to a different field.
That's that's a tough loss, but 2 excellent pitchers. They were good with locations, good with breaking balls, you know, and that's what we want our girls to see. We want to see competition. We want to see, you know, a challenge.
And, yeah, it's going to be fun to see how they respond to this loss with this next game. Tallahena, another good opponent, quality opponent. So we're going to close down shop, move our equipment, and then fire it back up here in about 30 minutes to an hour, and we'll have ourselves another ball game. Tune back in, folks. You're watching Leopardette Softball live on the Leopardette Sports Network.